spice made them relive their worst memory, then disappear. Herat, 1405. A city shimmering like a heat mirage on the Silk Road, a crucible of cultures, religions, and of course, secrets under the reign of Shah Rukh, son of the infamous Tamerlane. Herat was a jewel, attracting merchants, scholars, and adventurers from across the known world. But beneath the veneer of prosperity, something sinister was stirring. Travelers, flush with coin and stories, were arriving, indulging in the city's pleasures, and then vanishing. Not with a scream or a struggle, but a whimper, a sigh, as if fading into the very fabric of the city itself. The common thread, rare and potent spice, rumored to unlock the deepest recesses of memory, sold only by one apothecary, Master Yusuf. Was he a purveyor of forgotten joys, or something far more malevolent lurking behind his mortar and pestle? Suspicion fell on the city watch, known for their light fingers and heavy hands. But these disappearances were too clean, too devoid of evidence. The victims weren't robbed. Their belongings remained untouched in their caravanserais. The focus shifted to Master Yusuf, a figure as enigmatic as the spice he peddled. His shop, a labyrinthine space filled with bubbling concoctions and the pungent aromas of 1,000 lands, was his domain. Questioned by the Shah's investigators, led by the shrewd and skeptical Captain Omar, Yusuf remained impassive, claiming his spice, Remembrance Bloom, merely allowed travelers to reconnect with their past, a balm for weary souls. But Omar noticed a glint in Yusuf's eye, a subtle tremor in his hand as he spoke of the spice's power. And then there were the rumors whispered in the bazaars, tales of the spice causing intense hallucinations, of driving men to madness. Could Remembrance Bloom be a weapon, a key to unlocking something far more dangerous than forgotten memories? Captain Omar, digging deeper, discovered Yusuf's own history was as murky as his potions. Before settling in Herat, he'd been a scholar in Baghdad, specializing in esoteric alchemy and forgotten lore. He'd been exiled after scandal involving accusations of grave robbery and the manipulation of powerful hallucinogens. But the real bombshell lay hidden within the city archives, a forgotten decree from Tamerlane himself, banning the use of certain memory-altering substances, citing their potential to destabilize the empire. Tamerlane, paranoid and ruthless, feared anything that could weaken his control, even the secrets buried in the minds of his subjects. Yusuf, it seemed, was not just an apothecary, but a student of forbidden knowledge, a man with a history of defying authority. But what was he truly seeking in the lost memories of these travelers? And how did it explain their inexplicable disappearances? The investigation took a dramatic turn when a local beggar, driven mad by the spice, stumbled into the city square, ranting about reliving a terrible betrayal, a moment when he condemned an innocent man to death. He claimed the spice forced him to confront his guilt, to experience the victim's pain as if it were his own. More shockingly, he said he saw others, ghostly figures trapped within his vision, reliving their own personal hells, screaming silently as they were consumed by their past sins. Before Omar could question him further, the beggar collapsed, lifeless. A post-mortem revealed traces of Remembrance Bloom, but also a rare and deadly poison, undetectable by ordinary means. Yusuf was not just selling a memory-altering spice. He was using it as a mask, a way to administer a lethal dose while his victims were lost in their own minds. ultimate goal, the truth, when it finally emerged, was more twisted and cruel than anyone could have imagined. Yusuf wasn't merely poisoning travelers, he was erasing them. The remembrance bloom didn't just unlock memories, it amplified them, forced them to consume the victim's entire being. The poison acted as a catalyst, accelerating the process, turning the spice into a psychic black hole. Yusuf was using the memories of the condemned to power a ritual, a dark alchemy he believed would grant him immortality. He believed that by absorbing the collective guilt and remorse of his victims, he could cheat death itself. He was apprehended during the ritual, surrounded by swirling vapors of memory and regret, his eyes burning with fanaticism. But the vanished travelers were never found, their bodies and memories completely dissolved, erased from existence. Herat breathed a sigh of relief, but the legend of remembrance bloom lived on, a chilling reminder that some secrets are best left buried, and that the past, when weaponized, can be more deadly